How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is Twigger coming at you with another high ELO commentary. Just wanted to say happy 4th of July to everybody. I know I'm going to be releasing this video a little bit later than 4th of July, but I am currently recording it on the 4th of July. So happy 4th of July to all my American fans out there and anybody who celebrates it. Any day to drink in the evening is a great day for me. This high ELO commentary is going to be featuring Chaox, the original ADC for Team Solo Mid until he was replaced by Wild Turtle, playing on this Graves. And now I know that I missed the first blood, and I am so sorry about that. I came into this game 2 minutes in, so I really didn't think I was going to be missing any action, but obviously these guys really wanted to make the game start quick, and the Blitz crank grab obviously happened level 1, so not exactly sure how that all went down, but Chaox did manage to pick up the first blood, which is great because this commentary is about him, so I really hope he has an incredible game. But some other pretty big names to mention here: Vulcan Psycho Sid, the top laner for Team Vulcan, up in that top lane, which is great. I love Psycho Sid. I think he's a great, consistent player. And we also have Complexity's Trooper. Now, Complexity is out of the LCS, and Trooper was a sub, I believe. Was he a sub? Yeah, because he got replaced by Prawley. So he was a sub. Or he just got replaced. I'm not exactly sure what it was. But he is now out. Complexity is sadly out of the LCS, but I can't talk about that right now because Dr. ELO is getting ganked in the jungle by this Tryndamere, who's a mid lane Tryndamere, but now we have Fiora coming up as well. So a couple also interesting things about this game. We have some very, very strange picks that you never get to see. So Fiora up in the top lane, a support Heimerdinger, Tryndamere in the mid lane, which is kind of weird, and a jungle Rumble. So some very, very peculiar things going on in this game. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out and whether something like a jungle Rumble can actually work out. But a lot of damage going down onto him from that top lane Elise. Oh, actually, that was a jungle Elise. My fault. I misspoke. And as we can see, Psycho Sid is just pushing this top lane down completely. I have not seen Fiora in an LCS game, I don't believe. I'm trying to think back. I really don't think she ever gets played. So it's going to be kind of cool because I don't think I've really even seen Fiora. Oh, okay, talk about that Trooper getting ganked by that Elise, but manages to go down swinging and takes down the Tryndamere as well. So if you're going to die, taking down another player is definitely the way that you want to die. And it's Fabi playing Tryndamere in the mid lane. Kind of a strange champion to have in the mid lane. But great grab going on to Caitlyn, and this is probably going to be a death of her here. The ADCs both getting exhausted, but sadly support Heimerdinger did not have anything to save his AD carry from that gank. Great hook by that Blitz. And Chaox getting an assist for that one, so you really wanted the kill to go to Chaox, but I'm sure they're not going to complain with getting an assist on Chaox. Oh, the grab barely missing. Heimerdinger really tried to time that with the turret. Psycho Sid now having to run away, but getting hit by that Cocoon. The Ignite is down from Fiora, and the Repel going down from the Elise, and that's going to be enough to pick him up, so great gank up in the top lane. Always really difficult to gank a Kennen, especially if he has his flash up, so that took quite a bit of skill to manage to get him down. And it's kind of interesting seeing Kennen being on like the resurgence as of recently. I remember he didn't, I don't know what Kennen is. I know it's a Yordle. I'm going to call it for now. But can't talk about that yet because action just seems to keep on happening when I try to start talking about anything else. Tryndamere doing a ton. There's a great crit, and that's going to be enough to take down Dr. ELO, that jungle Rumble. You can literally now say Rumble in the jungle. Isn't that fantastic? This commentary is going to be incredible just because now I can actually use that line. Rumble in the jungle as 1 assist and now 1 death. And he went for that early Spirit Stone. And it's very interesting to see the other side where Elise went for that very early second tier boots. Getting that early magic pen. And look at the crits. Already 2 crits in a row coming out of that Tryndamere. He did get hit by the turret though, so that puts him in a little bit riskier of a position, but now he's level 6. Oh dear god. And you can tell if it wasn't for Rumble being there. So there's the flash coming out of Elise. They're going to try to do as much damage as they can here to the Rumble first. The repel coming up, doesn't look like he's going to go for it, but the Tryndamere ultimate getting burned because of that last turret shot. He really just wanted to be safe there and not give away a death like that. But risky position now for Tryndamere. His ultimate is down, and Kassadin, when he gets his ultimate, will have a lot of burst. But we're seeing a little bit of lane domination. Oh, I didn't even swap these out. There we go. Kennen is now in the top lane. Oh, there's the Ignite going down onto Trooper, and boom, killing spree for that Elise. But it was actually enough to take down the Tryndamere. I think it was the minions that ended up killing him. So, once again, Trooper going down, swinging, and taking down Tryndamere as well. Fiora doing her work against Psycho Sid, trying to do as much damage as she can. But, currently not a huge minion lead for Psycho Sid. As much as he's been pushing Fiora underneath the turret, she's been doing a great job at last hitting. And the first turret goes to the blue team. Mid turret is now down. That's a great turret to have down because it just allows so much more pressure. So I'd always trade for a mid turret for pretty much anything, except for, you know, the Nexus. Shut up. So, looking down at the bot lane, let's see how the CS is doing. 67 to 49 in favor of Chaox, the man of the hour, the man of this commentary. Looking at the rest of the lanes, 41 to 41, very even up in that top lane. 22 to 18 in the jungle, 30 to 39 in favor of the Tryndamere, and 2 to 11. So Heimerdinger really owning Blitzcrank in this this minion count. Definitely something you have to look out for. I can't say I've seen a support Heimerdinger like once or twice, but definitely not in high ELO. Like it's I don't really know if it's all that viable, but I don't know. It'll definitely be something to watch. But looking at the gold, oh, looks like there's a dive onto Psycho Sid. Fiora does have her ultimate, which is going to drop the turret aggro, but Psycho Sid's ultimate does not get that stun off, so easy kill for Fiora just running out of that lane. Pretty exciting, actually, to see a Fiora in the top lane in a high ELO game against an LCS player like Psycho Sid. Just to see what she's capable of, because when I play her, she's capable of about 60 minion kills and 4 deaths in a 20-some-odd minute game. That's what I've learned. Great grab onto Heimerdinger, the flash having to be popped. Chaox is going in for this one. The exhaust is on the Heimerdinger, but the ultimate from Caitlyn taking down Pelion on that Blitzcrank, and Chaox was not able to take down the Heimerdinger even with the exhaust. Very unfortunate there. And now Rumble in the jungle, getting a Rumble in the jungle against this Tryndamere and the Elise, the Cocoon landing, and this is going to be one dead Rumble. Elise backing off to let Fabi on that Tryndamere take that kill. And Trooper now waiting in this brush to try to see if he can pick somebody off, but not really the person you want to jump onto. That Tryndamere is doing so much damage, and he doesn't even have anything. He has a double Dorans and a Vamp Scepter. So, oh, there's the flash, and oh, the Piltover Peacemaker missing Chaox by a hair. But we're just seeing that with Tryndamere nowadays. He hits so damn hard. It's unreal. And now he's already doing some damage to Trooper underneath that turret. He does have his ultimate, but the Rift Walk being used by Kassadin, Tryndamere has not yet burned his ultimate, so he feels pretty confident about getting out of this one. Psycho Sid has not reacted to come down here, but it looks like Rumble might be... There's the ultimate coming out of Tryndamere. Wanted to make sure that he could fake check that bush without a problem, but this is the Ignite. I think is going to be able to tick for enough to kill this Tryndamere. Oh, nope, it wasn't enough, but Dr. ELO, the Rumble, picking that one up. And now Elise is on a killing spree, on a rampage, sorry. Terribly sorry, I am doubting her achievements. And now she's going in onto Chaos, doing as much damage as she can, but it's not going to be enough to kill anybody. And now Fiora is just kind of standing there watching Psycho Sid. I don't really know what's going on there. Psycho Sid is incredibly low. I guess Fiora is just taunting Psycho Sid. I don't know what's happening. What's happening? What's happening? I have no idea what that was. But like, what was that? Like, Psycho Sid just standing there getting killed by the minions and then just one shot by Fiora. I don't know what just occurred there. But okay. Look at the damage coming out, and there's the ultimate. Gonna get another kill for Fiora on a killing spree now. I'm still kind of baffled as to what Psycho Sid was doing. Like, maybe there's something like in the chat. Like, I don't know what happened. I'm so confused. But Fiora sitting at 81 CS, 301. Already got that Tiamat. I have seen that Tiamat's Fiora build in ARAMs before, but never seen it in Summoner's Rift. But here comes Trooper on the Castle and getting the slowdown, that good old Rift Walk. Silence is going to be up in another second. I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to pick that one up. But a great grab onto this Tryndamere. And there we go. She's trying to be. And now Trooper's just sitting there. What are you people doing? I'm so confused. Everybody's just kind of like sitting around. I think maybe Trooper wanted to give the kill to Psycho Sid. Maybe get him back into the game. I don't really know. But there's the grab and the knock up onto Tryndamere. And I think Chaox is going to be able to pick this one up through the ultimate of Tryndamere. I hope that the Rumble doesn't pick this one up. But it's looking like he is going to. But Chaox sitting at 2-0-2 already has that Bloodthirster finish. And now Psycho Sid is just getting killed again. What? What? What is... I'm not seeing a disconnect or anything like that. Like, I don't get it. But grab onto the Heimerdinger. Chaos taking a bit of damage from this Caitlyn. Her ultimate is available, but Rumble coming in for a counter gank, laying down that equalizer, and she is going to have to run over. It gets slowed. And here comes Trooper for the cleanup here. Trooper's on a killing spree, and Rumble picks up another kill. Great gank in that bot lane. The best part about having a Kassadin on your team is that he is so mobile. And he can just make it to lanes, make it for ganks no matter what. And here comes Kez on that Elise. And look at that burst damage. Holy crap. I guess that's kind of what a 502 Elise can do, is just melt your HP bar. And, yeah, not much else can be said for that. Don't really know what Psycho Sid is doing. He is managing to keep up in CS, but 0-4-1, definitely not the Psycho Sid I'm used to seeing, the LCS Psycho Sid. Maybe solo queue Psycho Sid is troll Psycho Sid. But Trooper trying to make something happen in this mid lane. Blitzcrank getting his ultimate off, and Chaox getting his ultimate off as well, but a great Fiora ultimate doing so much damage. Pickup for Elise and for Fiora. Unreal amounts of damage coming out of that Fiora ultimate when they group up. And I really don't think Red Team can do anything about this right now. They are just getting pushed so hard. And one thing about Tryndamere and Fiora, they are great turret pushers. The exhaust going down onto Chaox and a great cocoon landing as well. A killing spree for the Fiora once again. And once again, Elise jumping onto this Rumble and melting his health bar. And now the flash coming out and the E trying to slow them down, trying to do as much damage from the turret as it can. But now Elise is godlike. And Tryndamere taking a few too many turret shots wants to get out of there, but they're definitely going to pick up this turret. It's only casted into Blitzcrank, but the Ignite going down onto Fiora. Don't think it's going to be enough. Trooper's Rift Walk is available, but I don't know if he's really going to change this one. But everybody is very low. The sound's going down onto a Pexi. And I don't know if this could be... He doesn't get the stun, but there's the Rift Walk picking that one up. Is the Kassadin going to chase under? He is not. He's going to run away from this one. But nope, Fiora is available to kill, and Blitzcrank taking a ton of damage, and now he's running into Tryndamere, and Elise is just going to repel right on over there. He's legendary now. What are you going to do about that? Chaox trying to do his best to take down this Caitlyn with the help of the equalizer from Rumble. He does not have his ultimate available, so he can't really hit her from that range, but he is going to be able to do enough damage with that that quick draw, catching up and dropping Caitlyn. So Psycho Sid now getting caught in an absolutely horrible position. The slicing Maelstrom coming out, but the repel from Elise going to get her completely out of that stun, completely out of all the damage. And another free kill onto Psycho Sid, 0-5-1. Not really sure exactly what's happening with Psycho Sid right now. Maybe he's chatting up with them and just doesn't really care, or I don't know. But I don't really care. Because I'm actually pretty excited to see that Fiora is doing very well, and Elise is killing. 805. And like only 51 CS, but it doesn't really matter because she is so fed right now. And just picks up an Aegis of the Legion for the team. Why not, right? What's gold when you're 805? Just buy whatever you want. Do you accept credit? Chaox is doing very well too, though. 3-1-3 with 134 CS, the highest in the game. So still proving that, you know... Oh, Chaox looks like he's setting up a trap here. He does have red buff, and the quick draw coming out, and a great buckshot. This is going to be plenty of damage to kill Caitlyn. Burbs just being in the wrong position at the wrong time. And Chaox getting his 4th kill of the game. So I always like it when I dedicate a commentary to somebody. So I'm dedicating this one to Chaox. I already stated at the beginning. And at least they have a good game. So no matter how badly the team is doing, Chaox is now stuck in a horrible position. So of course I'm hyping Chaox up, and he gets kind of caught in a bad position here. Definitely not going to be enough to escape the legendary Kez. And yeah, still legendary. Not really sure what the enemy team can do against this one. The best part about having your fed Elise is that repel, I have to say, because she's doing so much damage, and she has no problem getting to that back line, so getting to Chaox. But it looks like Fiora's just getting taken out immediately, even through that ultimate, but it doesn't even look like the ultimate really went off, even though you heard it. But Elise now doing a ton of damage, and Fabi picking up that one, and now Cassin's going to be in a bad position. He does have to rift walk over that wall, get away from that, because fact of the matter is, Elise and Tryndamere are going to do way too much damage. The ultimate coming out of Psycho Sid, picking up that Caitlyn very, very quickly. She's 1-7, so actually doing the worst in the game so far. She's doing pretty decently in CS, but Chaox just outplayed her in the laning phase. The good thing is, it seems as though Chaox, I've always found him to be a very, very strong AD carry. And I'm not going to get into any of the politics or moral discussion about TSM taking him off the team for Wild Turtle. I really don't give a crap. Business is business, and all the internal stuff that was, they know that more than any of us are ever going to know that. So they did what they had to do, and it's obviously been a positive change. But I'm glad to see Chaox still playing, still having an impact in the League of Legends world, and obviously still playing very, very well. Because he's already sitting at 160 CS, 4-2-3, playing a great Graves. Is Blitzcrank going to be able to get this pull? He flashes over the wall to try to catch this Tryndamere. His pull is going to be up in 4 seconds. He's trying to get that, the rocket fists, or the power fists, or whatever the hell you want to call them. But there's the ultimate from Fiora, and it goes over to Rumble and Cassin, and that Ravenous Hydra upgrade from the Tiamats is just doing work against this team when they group up. 23-15 in favor of the blue team, 35.9k to 27.8k. And, oh, I can't believe that didn't stop the B. Wow, that was very, very lucky. That's all you can say about that one. I thought for sure he was going to stay there and have to go face-to-face with Tryndamere with his ultimate and exhaust and ignite up. Not going to win that one, folks. And now Psycho Sid trying to pick up another free kill onto this Caitlyn. And she just doesn't have any survivability here. But is doing a pretty good job, actually, dueling Psycho Sid. So, and the same cannot be said about Chaox. He just gets absolutely annihilated by all the Fed members on the blue team. But pretty good job on Caitlyn's part, being so far down. But you know what, Psycho Sid is not really fed in the slightest. So I guess you can say it's kind of battle of the weaklings up in the top lane there. And the Baron now being taken down. Oh, no, God, you did not want to... Well, actually, you did kind of want to pull the Elise for the smite, but Elise flashing back in and managing to beat Rumble in that smite duel and pick up the Baron and get another kill. So legendary again. I'm getting really sick and tired of hearing legendary. She's legendary. We get it. She is really, really fed. 10-0-6, but great play on that Elise for getting pulled over and flashing back over and managing to beat the Rumble in the smite duel. That is some pretty impressive stuff. Core Kez having a great, great game. And now here comes Fiora, trying to do as much damage as she can onto Chaox. The Ignite going down from Cassidon. Definitely not going to be enough to pick her up, but enough to kind of set her back away from this fight. But the thing about Fiora's ultimate is that she's untargetable during it. So she could always just run in and pop her ultimate and try to do as much damage to take somebody out. But Tryndamere, you having to burn his ultimate, but Rumble, there's the ultimate we were talking about, doing so much damage. The parry coming out to block a little bit more damage, and the rushes coming through. The repel coming out of the Elise. Not going to be able to pick up another kill here, but Fiora did manage to pick up Chaox. And it looks like Psycho Sid has got himself in a bad position here, because the Elise is definitely going to kill him. He's trying to pick up the... Oh, but there we go. Apexy on the Heimerdinger. The support Heimerdinger picking up a kill. Trooper now probably going to get taken out. Great cocoon, but a great grab also. But nope, it's not going to be enough for that spider form Q to take down Kassadin. No problem at all. The Archangel Staff finally being picked up by Trooper. They're just so far behind. It's also nice to see on Trooper Magi's. Like, when do we ever see that? That support Heimer now fighting the support Blitzcrank. Heimer is completely out of mana, so I don't really think he's going to be able to add a whole lot more to this next fight. But the blue team has definitely done what they wanted to do, but it looks like they're not even done yet. They have a gigantic minion wave bottom, so why not take down the turret and take down their second inhibitor, while Tryndamere is up in the top lane, pushing that one down. Can't argue with that, folks. That is just pure results. Chaox getting hit by a cocoon, a great cocoon from Elise. She's going to try to do as much damage as possible and takes down the Blitzcrank even through that mana shield. And Tryndamere now running in, just absolutely annihilating people. Manages to pick up no one yet. Caitlyn picking up the Chaox through her ultimate, and Tryndamere having to burn his ultimate to get away from this one. And Psycho Sid using his ultimate to try to stun everybody up and do some damage, but the Rumble ultimate picking up the Tryndamere, and Kennen picking up the Heimerdinger. So a couple kills, definitely not the worst thing for the red team. But now Burbs, that Caitlyn being taken down very, very low from the Kassadin burst damage, but is still alive. But Kassadin is definitely going to pick this one up if Caitlyn stands anywhere in range of that Riftwalk Q. But if you're trying to get Kassadin away from her carry, there's the E coming out, and there's the ultimate from Fiora, melting Kassadin and Blitzcrank. 15, 3, and 5 for the Fiora, the Black Cleaver, and the Last Whisperer with that Ravenous Hydra just doing insane amounts of damage. Look at that, just melts Chaox on a rampage now. Like, insane amount of damage. So, not really a whole lot to say here. Psycho Sid really trolled his build there at the end, getting the Hurricane and the 2 recurve bows. Not really sure what he was doing. It's kind of an obscure game, but it was ranked, and it was a solo queue, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that game. Good to see Chaox back. He was playing pretty top form, but sadly the team didn't really work out for him with that Jungle Rumble and Psycho Sid going full, well, kind of man retard mode. But whatever, to each their own. It was a very fun game. Fiora and Elise getting very, very fed. Some unconventional picks doing very, very well. Support Heimer ended up building pretty much full AP and doing fairly well in the game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Happy 4th of July to anybody who's celebrating it. I know that this is coming out after the 4th of July, but whatever. I can still wish everybody it because that's when I'm recording it. So have a great day, folks, and I will see you guys in the next commentary.